How you guys doing? This is TK coming at you with another opportunity for you to hopefully learn something. Check it out. We all have something to pass on to somebody else because each and every one of us has different life experiences. So guess what? My life experience is different, meaning that I may have went through something that you haven't gone through yet. Not everybody's open-minded enough to learn from each other, but the simple point is that every human being has something to offer this world. You just have to give that person a chance and be open-minded. So feedback is very good. You know, I'm now, again, my video marketing is just having a conversation with you guys as if you're in front of me. A lot of people use different techniques. There's hype, there's the professional edited. Now, don't get me wrong, I would like to get to the point where I can afford to do professional edited, but I'm not there yet. So, deal with my open conversation and real world reality video. But, you know, I appreciate those people who have been giving me feedback because it lets you know, change this, tweak that. You know, it gives you, you're on track, you're off track, you know, and it gives you a scale in terms of anything you need to change. So thank you to the people that will remain unnamed and giving me feedback. But I really want to reach out to you, and I want to come at you from a different perspective. You know, you see me as a contractor, and I contract for the Army, right? So I make under $100,000 a year, to be candid. And coming from a military perspective, working for the Army, you know, it's a good microcosm of everybody else that I'm reaching out to. Sometimes when you think about a product, you always have a target market for that product. But when your product is money and converting money from one format to another, then that broadens the range of your target market. But I want to use the military as a microcosm in terms of everybody else. So think about yourself right now, and then visualize yourself within the military mind frame that I'm about to show you. Everybody around the military acts a certain way and performs a certain way based on the puzzle piece that they fit. So people typically respond and interact with everybody else based on their point of reference and that puzzle piece that they fit into. And it's more focused than it is in civilian world in terms of people's roles and responsibilities and their thought process as they interact with you based on their role and responsibility. So dealing with somebody who is of lower rank would be completely different than somebody who is of higher rank. But also the military mindset, like the way people think and the way people respond to you, also comes from a programmed perspective too. There's no independent thinking, or there's very few military people with an independent mind, because it's easy to see the program mindset in terms of how you're supposed to act, how you're supposed to think, and what role you play. So I just want the civilian world, everybody else who sees the video, to picture themselves in that scenario. Because sometimes you make the assumption that everybody has the ability to independently think, and that if you present something that makes economic sense, somebody will say, hey, that's a good idea, let me look into it. Even if you say I'm not interested, I want to at least look into it and see whether or not the pros and cons can help me or hurt me given my present situation, right? But I'm gonna be honest, that's not what people do. And I talk about that not as much in video, but definitely in my post on Facebook, just to program mindset and then how we all respond. So the overall concept here, don't get lost, the overall concept here is whether or not you use the new form of money. That's it. Whether or not you use the new form of money, and then whether or not this new form of money, this new form of currency can help you. Because, I mean, if you're selling ice water, if you're selling potato chips, I'm just having an open conversation with you here. The only question you should ask yourself is, can that benefit me and do I want it? So if I'm selling a new form of currency to you, the only question you should ask yourself is, does it benefit me to transfer out of the US dollar, and do I want it? So if and when that question becomes yes, that's when you should get involved. Well, if you talk about the pros and cons of a different form of payment method, let's just take something you're familiar with. I know you're not familiar with cryptocurrency or with gold currency. Let's take something you are familiar with, because it is a form of money. So I know you are familiar with credit. So follow me here. Let's just say we go back to the thing I've always used, what's in your wallet. That's from a commercial from Capital One. And when I first started using that tagline, I just referenced it to the commercial. Video advertising from Capital One, where they play upon your emotions and they get your interest peaked to the point where you're supposed to find out what the benefits are in terms of details associated with putting a Capital One credit card in your wallet, right? But let me get to the video marketing. The only thing you would see in the commercial is an advantageous situation that assumes that the card is more beneficial. That's what they would show you in about 30 seconds. So when we talk about video marketing, Capital One was successful in their campaign. Based on what they presented to you, you made the assumption that owning this credit card was more beneficial. So you decided to put it in your wallet, and you took the time to do the work and the due diligence in terms of all of that fine print, the fees they charge, blah, 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 right? So you know the concept of credit in Capital One, and that being an alternate means to pay for things. And then you bought into the commercials that they print out that said, hey, Capital One card is better, put it in your wallet. So I'm going to say the same thing to you as an entrepreneur, because if you use the Capital One example, Capital One as an entrepreneur will pay you a commission when you get new people involved in the credit card. Now don't get lost here. I'm using an analogy to say that in cryptocurrency and in gold currency, it's an alternate form of payment that you can put in your wallet, but there's a business side to it that pays you a commission to infinity on a leverage-based system when you sign up as a business partner and then get other people involved. So you have the personal side as you gain a physical asset that spends better than cash, and then you have the business side of it where you make an income, a commission, when you get people involved. So understand side A and side B and choose whether or not you want to look into it. You know, team organization and team management is a part of what we all have to get good at, right? But how do you get good at something that you're weak? Think about it in terms of exercise. You keep exercising, right? So that's the concept here. So I hope I can help somebody. You do financially empower yourself by getting involved in these alternate payment methods, because they're more powerful and they're less shortfalls. There's a lot of shortfalls involved with the dollar, and those shortfalls people tend to ignore. But all of those things disappear when you get involved with these new payment methods. And I really want to get with you on a one-on-one in terms of breaking those things down. I've kind of did it in video, but I'm just going to tell you, please go to the website and you know, go to YouTube. Just Google cryptocurrency. Google gold currency. Otherwise, let me help you. Talk to me, inbox me, follow me on Instagram, Master Wealth Builders with underscore as spaces. Somehow, some way, right? No, I'm just trying to help some people. Trust me, financial empowerment comes through switching to a more powerful means to pay, and then also having income come to you. You know, have money come to you as opposed to money going away from you. All right, I'm gonna leave you guys with that.